Hi everyone, just wanted to quickly share for you the resources you'll see for the 6th grade's digital citizenship lesson for advisory on Friday this week, so that if you have any more questions that you can just send me an email and I can quickly stop by and help you understand the lesson that Geets and I synthesized from Common Sense Media for you for Friday. And so when you guys are looking in the folder I sent you a link to previously, you'll see the middle school lessons for advisory folder, and inside there's a 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade folder where you'll find the resources that you need digitally for your presentation. And so when you look inside the 6th grade folder, you'll see two important files: the slideshow that you'll be using to do the presentation, as well as the original PDF file from Common Sense Media, which I'll just look at the first page with you for a second, and just to give you a little bit more background if you need it, that document is there. Regarding other resources for class, paper, sticky notes, handouts, we're working on making copies of those, and they'll be in your mailbox as soon as they're available, and I'll send you a mail letting you know when that's happened. The Common Sense lesson plans are typically, you can see over here, 45 minutes long. So what we've done is we've taken parts out of this, maybe added parts from elsewhere as well to make something that should be doable in 30 minutes, although it'll be a very crammed, fast-paced 30 minutes. So keeping on pace will be important. Be sure that you kind of look at the lesson overview and maybe the learning objectives for the lesson before you go into it, so that way you have a clear sense if you need to review more of this material if you're not familiar with this concept of digital citizenship. And so for this lesson, you can see is that just we're starting the conversation of digital media in our lives, looking at our constant access to it 24/7, as well as the social nature of that. And so what we've done is we've synthesized the ideas from this lesson into this slideshow for you. When you come into the slideshow, the first slide after the title slide, this is for you to just kind of give you an overview of what we've put together in one place. Feel free, if you think that some parts of this you might not going to be able to get to fully, like the wrap-up might not work in your environment, or if the warm-up is something you need to do differently, you can make adjustments to this. Just make a copy of this and make changes on your own version. And if you do so, let me know what those changes are and I'll add them as ideas for the future. This is some of the learning objectives to kind of share with your students to help them understand what you'll be focusing on for the advisory period. This slide here, when you look at it, is having them kind of start thinking about what is the place of digital media in their lives, that we're going to talk about one-way media and interactive media. This is a good place for them to have a brief discussion about what the difference is on these and how they might use them. And so this video here is a short video which you should watch before, and it's an animation video looking at the kind of social aspect of the different tools we use in our digital lives. After the video, have a conversation. We suggest doing this maybe first with an elbow partner and then sharing out to the class as they feel comfortable. And so we're asking just two questions. What are the examples of things you do with one-way media, such as TVs or radios? What are some of the ways people communicate with or share with others over digital media? Kind of really exploring those differences. Another important part about this is kind of how we feel about these digital media in our lives. And so what we will have for you is a piece of chart paper that you can have up on the front board, and sticky notes where students can express what they think their feelings are about digital media in their lives. And you can prompt them, like TV would be something we wouldn't want to prompt because we're not looking at that as a digital space. What we might think about is email. We might think about text messaging or social media, and what are their feelings and what are their perceived parents' feelings, and then have them place those into a Venn diagram at the front of the room. To wrap this up towards the end, we're going to have two ways for them to kind of bring this together. Is on an index card, we'd like them to write a simile, and these are really fun to do. We've done them at different grade levels, at the elementary school, at the high school, and students come up with some creative ideas to express how they see their media life is like and because. And you could stick these on the board in your room, or you could pass these back to us, and we'll find a way to kind of distribute some of these ideas to the students if they're not going to be posted in your room. And then last, if you can get to it, giving advice on the back of the index card. Like if they could give one piece of advice to younger students about the use of some of these tools for digital media, what would that piece of advice be? And again, we'll find ways to share this out for you. So it's a lot of little things to do with them, and it should be pretty interesting. We find that these conversations have been great with freshmen at the high school this year, and let me know if you need any further clarification on moving through this lesson prior to Friday. Thanks.